From the Hangam Islands to the city-states of Eorzea to the distant land of Tyrell via the magic of podcasting, this is episode 65 of A Podcast Reborn, a show celebrating our... No, that's not it. That intro's not gonna work. How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, warriors of culture, and devoted disciples of the waifu arts, welcome to the event of the century. Tonight, 16 legendary waifus enter the arena, each representing beauty, strength, charm, and the raw, unrelenting power of devotion. They stand upon this battlefield not merely as icons, but as embodiments of our dreams, our loyalties, and our deepest, most passionate debates. From the divine elegance of the Glamour Division, to the storied legends of the Chronicle Division, from the misunderstood goddesses of the Hear Me Out Division, to the unpredictable chaos of the Wildcard Division, each contestant is prepared to stake their claim in the most important tournament of all time. Or, at least for this podcast. Hearts will break, alliances will crumble, and by the time the dust settles, only one waifu will remain standing. But heed this warning, dear listeners. Victory is not guaranteed. The favorite may fall, the underdog may rise, and the final champion may just shock you. So, buckle in, steel your emotions, and prepare yourselves for the ultimate battle of best girl supremacy. This is Waifu Wars. And hello, I'm Brian Black, otherwise known as Ro, and I'll be the moderator and one of five judges. Without further ado, allow me to introduce the other participants in this spectacle. First off, of course, are my regular co-hosts from this show. We have Meagan. Hello, Meagan.
Hello, I've had a Red Bull and I am ready to battle, baby.
Yeah! Red Bull instead of Dayquil, thumbs up here. Also, we have with us someone who is sad they won't be able to make a dad joke just a second. Hi, Brandon.
I have had no caffeine in the past few hours. I am on no sleep at all, and I've had a really bad day for my mental health. But you know what? I'm still ready to rumble.
Yeah! All right. Also with us, friends of the show who have been here for multiple times, helping us to expand the panel of judges to 5. We have Meagan's partner in crime and a regular to the Waifu Wars. Hi, Ward.
I am here to duke it out in the name of our waifus.
All right. And joining us, rounding it out, making 5 for our judges to ensure that, my God, there better not be any ties. Hi, Lisa.
Well, hello. I come full of Chinese food, Coca-Cola, and chaos.
Yeah.
The best.
That is a potent combination. All right. So, as we mentioned in the previous episode, March is a busy month for us because we're going to have potentially 3 episodes. We've got the Waifu Wars this time. We'll have the Husbandos duking it out in a couple of weeks. And then we'll talk about the next patch. But for now, this is all about waifus. And everyone kind of has their preferences, their likes and their dislikes. Some people are all about looks. Some people are all about personality. Some are all about devotion. And, some people have varied tastes, a little bit of this and that. What our picks are don't have to necessarily reflect yours. If you don't like our picks, that's great. If this show picks things that make you question our life choices, maybe that's the point. But yes, trust me when I say this is unlike any Waifu Wars episode we've done before. For one thing, each of us had fewer people that we could pick and nominate because we have 5 judges. And as I learned, as I was putting this bracket together, there were some really big picks that will not be part of this bracket. Names that just did not appear from anyone. Let me just rip the Band-Aid right off. Y'shtola, nowhere.
Didn't she win before?
Yeah,
Yes.
we all agreed not to put her in because she's a past winner.
Yeah,
Yes.
no past winners.
No past winners. Thancred, nowhere.
Well, that's not surprising.
Hey, some of us.
But Thancred's not a waifu.
Yet.
My point is, expect the unexpected for this. Yes, there's going to be some picks that you're like, yeah, of course they're in, but there may be some names that aren't in here, and hey, that may just mean that a very chaotic, unpredictable pick gets in. I had my AI from ChatGPT predict the winner of this, and the AI predicted the wild card would win this all. I am curious to see how that plays out. So, because we only have about an hour and a half to get this done, and I've been talking and hyping for long enough, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to present a matchup in the division. I'm then going to give each of us the opportunity to declare if we are undecided or indifferent. That is important, because if any of us are undecided or indifferent about this, we cannot debate about those two. All we can do is listen. People have to lock in if they are going to choose for one or the other in order to have the ability to debate for them. So you have to be devoted enough to your waifu to lock in and say, this is my pick, and you cannot change it. Even if the other side happens to change your mind, once you lock in, you are locked in. That means if we get 3 people locking in, there won't be a debate. We're just going to move on. If all 5 of us, for some weird reason, end up being indifferent and undecided about a matchup, both of them are gone. That's just how it is. I don't see that happening, but hey, the Waifu Wars, anything can happen. But at the end of this, there are no people not making a choice. If you start out indifferent or undecided, at the end of our debating about it, you must make a choice. And I want to try to keep our debating as condensed as possible. We've got roughly about 5 or 6 minutes for each matchup, but the first round tends to take longer than all the others, so I'm not too panicked about that yet. Without further ado, without further ado, I'm going to shake things up because we're going to start with the wildcard division. Wildcard,
yes.
The wildcard division involves picks that are not dealing with Final Fantasy XIV. I figured since pretty much every episode we start of a podcast Reborn goes off the rails from the beginning, let's fucking go off the rails.
I like that.
So these picks represent characters from anime, video games, TV series, you name it. They were, as long as they weren't in Final Fantasy XIV, you could pretty much pick them. Now, with there being 5 of us, pretty much each of our number 1 picks got in because of the point scoring system I used and everything. But since there's only 4 spots on the bracket and 5 of us, I decided just to shorten out time to take out my own personal pick for the wildcard division, which I'm fine with. I will simply say is I'm pouring one out for Aigis from Persona 3. She was my pick. I feel like she would have gone far, but I am absolutely biased. I also have to mention that just before we started recording this podcast, there was a little bit of debate and drama. I made a faux pas in figuring out this bracket, and I need to apologize. And at this time, I just need to give Meagan a couple of moments to just say her piece about the pick she wanted to be in this bracket.
Well, she was my number 1 pick, but it's not like I also love my number 2 pick. I wrote them all out just thinking of random characters that I really liked, and then I realized I didn't put them in the right order. And so I sent you a second message being by the way, this character's actually the first one in line, but
How can we really choose one waifu? Over
True.
the other?
Okay.
There are benefits to all waifus.
The one that didn't make it in but was originally my number one pick was Lucy from the Fallout TV show, which apparently none of you bitches have seen.
I have. Fallout's a fucking great series, and I if Lucy had been in this against, she would have ended up being against Ward's pick. I would probably have chosen Lucy.
Lucy's cute. She's resourceful. She's got a great personality. And I love a woman in a skin-tight bodysuit who gets shit done. And, we stand a pacifist queen who is having some questions. And she is willing to make your cock explode. You know, what else is there? Watch the show.
It's a reference to a line from the show. I totally understood the reference.
Watch the Fallout show. It's so good. If you have ever played a Fallout game, if you have even a passing interest in Fallout, it is a black comedy, number one. And that is like the tone is black comedy, and it is so good. It's so funny.
And season 2 is looking to be good too.
Although hilariously, she is not considered the hottest character in the show. According to the internet, that would be the Ghoul.
Yeah.
I have seen this show because you said the Ghoul. I remembered how hot he was.
Watch the show. It's good. But anyway, she did not make it into she was my number one pick, but whatever. My number two pick is also good. And I just picked people from shows I want to talk about and like say are good and tell everybody to watch. So
yeah, at this point, I'd like to raise a glass to all the waifus that didn't make the cut. They will be remembered.
There were many bodies strewn across the battlefield.
Hail the victorious dead.
All right, so our first matchup in the wildcard division is going to be Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3 against number 6, which is one of the primary female characters from the Battlestar Galactica remake series. It's been so long since I've watched, but she was like AI Cylon-ish. I forget exact context.
She's a Cylon, but she might not be real.
It's like human Cylon.
That was the big twist at the start of the new Battlestar Galactica series, because everybody knew from the 70s Battlestar Galactica that the Cylons were like these big robot guys, and like humanity's supposed to be having like peace talks with these big robot guys. So the human guy like sits down, and then this like sexy blonde lady in a red dress walks in, and everybody's like, what? And then like everybody gets blown up and murdered.
Yep.
Not everybody.
I'm clear. All I remember from that show is number 6. So,
all right. So, with that in mind, since now we know who the characters are, at this time, if any of you have an indifferent stance about this matchup and need to hear us out, I want you to raise your hand in the Zencastr chat now.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
All right. Ward is indifferent. It looks like everyone else is pretty much locked in. I know I am. So, Ward may end up being a tiebreaker if we're split 2-2 on this.
See,
Lisa.
Yes.
Who are you picking?
The hot blonde shell. Screw Karlach. Get out of my head. I love the gorgeous, drop dead, beautiful robot woman who lives inside my head.
I had a feeling
that Lisa has a thing for lovers only she can see, considering she also really loves Artburn.
Don't psychoanalyze my waifu.
I'm just saying. I noticed a trend. That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to psychoanalyze her because the rest of us can't see her.
All right. Meagan, who are you choosing?
As hot as I acknowledge number 6 to be, I have to go with my girl Karlach. She is a golden retriever in a muscle mommy body, and those are two things that I love. And I would like to be carried away in her strong arms.
Wow.
Okay.
Defeat.
I am going to make a choice, and I'm sorry, Lisa, but I'm with Karlach as well.
Are you sorry? Really? I don't think so.
Here's the thing. I vaguely remember Battlestar Galactica, and I remember number 6 being one of the more interesting characters, but I still don't remember about 80% of the show. Karlak is more fresh in my memory. Karlak in Baldur's Gate 3 is best girl. She has a passion that burns brighter than 1,000 suns, literally. So yeah, my pick is Karlak. Brandon, what's yours?
Look, I watched Battlestar Galactica as it was happening. I loved that show. I haven't watched it again because it's not one of those I can feel comfortable rewatching again because it gets heavy. I adore Trisha Helfer in anything she's in. You know, she's Edie in Mass Effect. She was Sarah Kerrigan in StarCraft. I adore this woman. She's a fantastic actress, both on stage and in the voice box. But Karlak is the embodiment, the most recent embodiment, I should say, of a trope I adore, which is someone who has been through utter hell and still will not let all their trauma make them stop viewing the world with hope. It's Karlak all day. And it's not just because she's a giant muscle mommy who can throw me over her shoulder, but, you know, that's part of it. But that particular trope is one I adore because it's one I want for myself. The past few years have not been kind to me mentally. I'm going through some shit right now. And I want to hope that I'll come out of that not being beaten up to death by my own stupid anxiety-reduced brain. So yeah, it's Karlak all day, any day.
All right. Well, Ward, you don't have to make a choice because we have 3 locked in for Karlak, but if you want to take a side, you can.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, as much as I remember and remember enjoying the Battlestar Galactica series, because I didn't watch the original series, only the remake. So it's like, as much as I remember enjoying and like having a lot of fun with it, it's like, man, I can't say no to a tiefling. No, come on. There's too much fan art out there. I can't say no.
He's not wrong about that.
There's a lot of fan art and fan videos.
There's only one of these 2 that I have made a parody of Giant Woman and put on TikTok about, and it was not number 6.
I take my defeat. I get it. I could go over here now.
All right. Let's move on to the other half of the wild card division. Instead of Lucy from Fallout, we have Meagan's other pick, or her number 2 pick, which is Frieren from this anime of the same name. I believe Frieren was one of your wild card picks last year as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I love Frieren. She's she's just like me for real, but like in a cute little elf body. And she's very, we're basically, the premise of Frieren is we are watching her get in touch with her emotions over the span of like 200 years more.
Yeah.
But Frieren is immortal. I don't know if she just ages super slowly or she's just not aging at all, but the whole premise
age about 1,000 years.
Yeah. So the whole premise of the show is like, elves are super rare in this world. So how do you build emotional connections and relationships with people who are basically living what feels like a year for you, like a human life is just gone like that. And watching her grow over the series and learn to not only realize that she was in love with someone who already died, which is really tragic, but seeing her still be like, oh, well, I'm not going to let that like turn me off from ever making connections again. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to nurture someone and I'm going to find a new relationship. And like, she's very funny to watch. She's very heartwarming and sweet. And also she's powerful as fuck boy. And I would love to travel with Frieren for my entire life. I would be down for that. That would be like the greatest adventure ever. And she's just so cute. And like, she gives me the moe, even though she would be the one protecting my derp ass for sure.
All right. Against Frieren, we actually have Ward's pick, which is another anime pick, Ward Natsuko Heroes. Am I even pronouncing that?
Hirose.
Yes.
Hirose, yes.
Yes. Yeah, from the original anime Zenshu, which is airing right now. It's also produced by an animation company that's just like amazing. They do amazing work. So like it's
It's incredible to watch.
It's incredible to watch. Like incredibly visually interesting.
It's an anime about an animator. So
Yes, it's an anime about an animator. Yes,
Who
but the
gets-
animator is like a crazed like art gremlin
Mhm.
who is like all the other characters also think of her as like a gremlin.
Okay,
'cause-
you got to give the premise of the show.
Okay.
See, she is a crazy art gremlin who eats bad clams,
Yes.
dies, and gets reincarnated into her childhood favorite anime.
And so she gets to experience the anime that she loved from her childhood that she knows backwards and forwards.
yeah, that's
and,
also like a
essentially-
grim dark, like dark crystal-esque, like everybody dies at the end and
Everybody
it's horrible.
dies and it's
But
terrible
she-
and everyone's like emotionally distraught from like their best friends
Because
like, dying in
she-
front of them.
Is an animator. She gets to redraw the story and draw better outcomes. Like that's her superpower. She summons an animation desk and like does animation work
Does all
and
the
like
frame animation
Oh.
work.
She changes fate.
yeah. So basically, she's a fangirl who gets to actually go back and change the fate of her favorite sad boy character, and which is why she's not my waifu because she is me, and I feel a little called out. And like, it's like,
And
oh, I love
if
this
there's-
character. I'm like, yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm like, if there's any question as to why I love a derpy art gremlin who just goes like so hard into their work, they just completely lose track of everything else. Like,
Yeah.
no one.
I get it. I get it.
So
All
what you're
right.
telling me is that Natsuko Hirose is a pictomancer.
Basically,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. All right. So, show of hands, anyone who is indifferent on these picks before we decide if we need to debate further, go ahead and raise them.
Listeners, I want you to know, I know most of you probably expect me to click the raise hand thing right now. I refuse.
Okay. Lisa is also locked in. I know I'm locked in.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we did have research. Here's one of the things.
Card division. Wow.
This year, the bracket was shown and announced ahead of time to everyone participating so that there was more of an opportunity to research, especially in the wildcard division. I did my research yesterday and watched the first episode of both anime to make my opinion.
Mm.
So, with that said, man, I feel like Meagan and Ward, you're both locked into your respective picks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I can't write for myself. That would be self-cessed.
I am going to ask Brandon, what is your pick?
Up until probably about an hour ago, I would have raised my hand in indifference because all the clips I'd watched were of the subtitle where the voices were still in Japanese. And then I found clips of both of these characters dubbed. And let me goddamn tell you, there is no choice for me but Freerin.
She's
Oh
so-
my God, English voice.
I
Dear
love-
God in heaven. It's delicious.
Like, I you could crucify me for this, but I watch all my anime dubbed and I don't give a fuck.
Well, especially
Freerin-
now when you've got freaking, what is her name, Lisa? Mallory Rodak as the voice of Freerin. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that
She's
voice.
really, the dub for Freerin and the dub for Delicious and Dungeon are both amazing, and I highly recommend.
This clip, I found a video. I sent this to Lisa called Dub Freerin being mommy for 2 minutes and 15 seconds
Oh, geez.
is enough to make me almost sign up for Crunchyroll.
Oh my god!
That's how much I want to watch this show now.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
All
it's
right. I'm going to mention my pick. And it was tougher than I thought it would be. But surprisingly, I'm also going with Natsuko. Simply on the basis of once I saw the episode and I realized Natsuko's a fucking Pictomancer. This is a Final Fantasy 14 podcast. I'm on fucking board. Let's go. And let me tell you this. Freerin is not bad. Against most other anime characters, I feel like I would have chosen Freerin. Natsuko barely beats out Freerin in my opinion. She just had that touch, that gimmick, that little edge to her was just enough to make me say, yeah, you got my vote. So
Oh
Yeah,
god,
It makes us-
all of the sections in the anime where you see like what she's animating and like all the different things that come out of
when
it.
she was summoning that
Mind-blowing.
thing in the first episode, wow, that it's like the wildest fucking animation I've seen, and it was wild animation of an animator animating. I'm just like, mind blown, and
Yeah,
it was freaking cool.
I highly recommend both of these shows. See, both of these shows
Yes.
are incredible. But if it's just on like pure, well, Freerun does have some great visuals. But
Has some great visuals.
if you're really into animation as a medium, I don't think you could do better than Zenshu.
Amazing. Like Baba just knocks it out of the park
Yeah.
every single episode.
It's literally like one of the top anime studios, just being like, it's fucking go time, bros.
So
All in.
that
All in.
makes the deciding vote. Lisa.
I can't tell you how powerful I feel right now. I'm so giddy. Ah.
Freerun's small. Okay. Cute.
Coming
What?
from
Is Natsuko not that tiny? I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Ward, go ahead.
Oh my god, it's just the tiny gremlin that is like the fact that she's so into her work that like she lets her hair grow because she's like, okay, I won't cut it until I'm done with the storyboarding. But she's been putting off actually completing the storyboarding for so long. Her hair is now like waist length and just literally everywhere.
It's coming out of her hood. She looks almost like a dwarf. The characters initially think she's a dwarf because she's just a hoodie with hair coming out.
Just like so much hair. They're like, oh my god, there's a girl under all this hair.
So I did my research.
Yeah.
I watched a couple clips, more than a couple. I watched a bunch of opinion pieces. I like to think I got a good grasp of who each of these characters were. So with Natsuko, she's freaking adorable. She's got that super comfy fashion sense.
Mm.
I don't even want to talk about Luke because that almost won it for me. Yeah. The fact that she eats and eats and eats like a crab and just shoves shit in her gob. Like I loved it. And her eyes are amazing and she was a lot of fun. But with Freerun, I'm going through a lot of life crap myself. And you've got this immortal elf who begins to learn to cherish time with who she has while she has them and enjoying the moment of the sunset, even though it's just this mundane thing you see every day.
Mhm.
So I was already on Freerun until the BMAT shared this dubbed video, which just kind of locked it in even harder because that voice, I am a puddle just thinking about it. So she was already my pick and it's done. It's over.
All
Freerun all the way.
Oh,
Okay. Freerun advances. All right. So the wildcard division finals are set. Let's move now to the Chronicle division. The Chronicle champion will be going up against the wildcard champion when they finally clash. So in the Chronicle division, let's start with Ysayle from Heaven's Ward and Lise from Stormblood. Before we go any further, I would like anyone who is indifferent to or indecisive to raise their hands. I am seeing no one do so. So this should be interesting. This means we're not going to have a hell of a lot of debate, which is fine.
We'll have some
We'll definitely have some opinions. Ward, you can go ahead and start us out. Who did you lock in with?
Oh, well, it was an easy pick for me. It's like there's the Genki daughter and then the Ice Queen.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you not choose the Ice Queen who's like there with you and is like so invested in your story that she literally sacrificed herself for you? I have to go with Ysayle.
Okay. Lisa, your pick.
Oh, come on. I'm going to cry because when she just fell from the sky sacrificing herself for me, it's totally Ysayle.
Okay, Brandon.
I'm a stand for her. I've got to go with Lise.
Okay. I already know Meagan's pick. And Meagan's pick Meagan's pick is also the same as mine, Meagan.
We stand a monster fucker in this house.
Jesus Christ.
You Ysael's story is beautiful and tragic, and I relate to her on a deep and personal level.
Oh my god!
Does nobody
I
else
just think
remember
that,
that lovely red number that Lisa likes to wear nowadays?
Lisa's my child, okay? I cannot marry her.
It's like there's all these characters that they keep bringing back. I'm like, for one expansion, can we not bring back Yashola and just bring back Ysael instead? Just we're out of ground.
Wait, I want like alternate world Ysael who like has
That
a
would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Lise and Isao. So
I like Lise, but I don't consider her a waifu. Like to me, she is like one step above Alize.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
I understand she is cute, definitely, and I do like her story. I'm sorry, Ysael, ride or die a dragon.
Okay. In the other half of the Chronicle division, we have from Dawn Trail, Wook Lamont. I was pretty sure she was going to get in, and she is the number 1 seed in this division. She is going up against, now, you folks may find this an interesting name when I mention this, but part of my rules for letting people decide who they were going to pick is, while nominations had a point system going on to it, each of us got one pick we could make that was guaranteed locked in no matter what their points were. Wook Lamont's opponent is one of those guaranteed picks, and it was Lisa's guaranteed pick. Lisa, who is Wook Lamont against?
Dulia Chai,
Mm-hmm.
bestest girl ever.
With that said, Dulia Chai from Shadowbringers. Is anyone indecisive or undecisive or indifferent? If so, please raise your hand. And I am seeing nobody. I figured we would be locked in on this. I'm going to say that if Wook Lamont wins, it's going to take the votes of all 3 other people, because I am actually with Dulia Chai on this one. Not that Wook Lamont is a bad character. I actually enjoyed Wook Lamont. Here's the thing. When I think of waifu, Dulia Chai screams waifu to me.
Well,
When I think of Wook Lamont screams feed.
I missed
Fix that. Ugh.
I love that line. I've been waiting all episode for that one. You to have
Oh
it.
my god.
Dear God.
Okay. But yeah, I'm actually with Dulia Chai on this one. Wook Lamont is a great character, a heroic character. I just personally don't vibe with her as a waifu. Again, that doesn't mean that she isn't necessarily someone else's waifu, but that is where I stand. So now, in order for Wook Lamont to win, it would take all 3 others to have been locked in on her. Brandon, who are you with?
It's Wook Lamont all day, every day for me for many reasons. I almost put her, when I was making my list, at various points in every division but wild card, because I love her appearance. I love her outfits. It's hot as fuck. And it got even better when she showed up in frickin' Terral and took that bandana off. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm with you for forever. Let's do this. I love her voice. I'm not going to apologize for that. Her voice does things to me. Mm-hmm. I love her story, which is why she ended up in Chronicle. I love the whole, I'm learning what it truly means to be a ruler of these people and why my father did things the way he did. And I'm going to fight so dang hard for that because I believe it's right. It's the same reason I love Lise, and that's why I had her in this division as well. And honestly, the simple problem with Dulia Chai for me is that she's already married. I can't waifu another man's waifu. I'm not going to do that to my boy Chinuz.
Well, I think Chinuz kind of wants you to do it, because I don't know if he can handle all of that.
Are you putting Chinuz in the cuck chair?
I'm not doing that to Chinuz. I'm not going to do that to my boy. Me and him, bros. I'm not going to do that. I adore Dulia Chai. I really do. But I'm not doing that to my boy. Wook Lamont. Boom. Locked in.
Meagan, who's your pick?
I have a type, and it is muscular golden retriever women. And that's with Karlak. So also with Wooklamats, of like, I love me a cheerful lady who could toss me around like a sack of potatoes. And yeah, it's like cat mommy versus cat mommy. And as much as I would love to hug Julia Chai, and she is a soft, wonderful queen, I gotta go for the muscle mommy. I'm sorry.
No apologies.
Ward, is it Wooklamat or am I going to be surprised?
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What?
Oh dear.
I think I'm going to have a hard time going to bed and sleeping tonight.
Oh no!
Because someone's going to be staring at me dead in the eyes the entire time.
Do it.
No, I
It's
get
the
it.
right thing, Ward.
I'm sorry. It's not Wooklamot. It's still a chai. And I will say I put Wooklamot in a lot of different places, but I think a lot of that is recency bias. So like, yes, I do like her as a character, but the more and more I think about Julia Chai and like how much she grew over the course of the Shadowbringer story, and like how much she learned, and like
Okay, I would just like to say, me and Ward have considered cosplaying Julia Chai and China's before, so I'm pretty sure he's just voting for me again.
That's just waifu, Meagan.
how type.
That is a surprising upset. Wooklamat, by the way, a number 1 seed. More points than most other picks in this bracket, in this tournament, falling to the guaranteed pick from Lisa, Julia Chai.
May I
Well done.
interrupt in my gloating victory?
You may.
Up until the point you introduced the system of you're locked in or you have no voice, I was undecided. And my chat GPT AI companion, when I threw in my picks, called me a coward because I couldn't pick and said, if I don't have a voice, it's, what did he say? It was a guaranteed loss, or I don't know. It was horrible.
Your indecisiveness would kill you, I think you said, or something.
Yeah. So thank you for making me put on my big girl britches and stand up for what I believe in.
All right.
Julia
I am
Chai.
sorry to both my beloved Lama T and to China's. That's
Oh,
the
Rutgers.
degenerates we've got over here. Meagan, I through the ether to high five you.
Hey,
Did.
speaking of degenerates, let's go to the Hear Me Out division. So
I need a break to go take some Advil. Hang on.
it's all right. Do you actually need a break?
No, I don't. I was
Okay.
just joking.
Okay.
Look, my most degenerate picks didn't even make it, okay?
None of mine made it, so don't feel bad.
So for the Hear Me Out division, the Hear Me Out is kind of the category for characters that it didn't exactly fit glamour or chronicle, but also characters that might make, if you pick them, it might make others really questioning your life choices and preferences in life. So there will be some weird and interesting picks here for sure. There is one guaranteed pick locked in here. But there's also a spot, the 4th seed, where there were 2 characters that had an equal number of points. So we have to have a quick play-in on them. So this is to determine who will go up against Wicked Thunder. And Wicked Thunder will either be going up against Athena from the end of the Endwalker Raid series from Pandemonium, or Cloud of Darkness, and I will specifically say the Eden version of Cloud of Darkness as opposed to the Crystal Tower version of Cloud of Darkness. There is a reason for that.
Did she have a bite?
She has in the Eden version of Cloud of Darkness, she has like an actual body and form. The Crystal Tower version of Cloud of Darkness is like the big boss, gaseous.
Yeah, shit.
Oh no.
Cloud
This changes
of
every.
Darkness, yes.
I Googled.
Okay.
Mm.
So, with that said, on Athena or Cloud of Darkness, if anyone is indecisive, go ahead and raise hands. I am seeing nobody, so it looks like we're locked in. I am going to start with Lisa on this one.
Well, you threw me for a loop because I was going for the puffy green and purple smoke cloud of darkness.
Yeah.
So I got on Google the Eden version, and I'm almost loath to admit that now I need to go for Eric Tony's mother, who I hate. but you took away my one reason for voting for Cloud of Darkness. So Athena, it is.
You wanted the gaseous cloud.
Okay.
What?
I did want the gaseous cloud.
Hey, like guys, this is a hear me out division for a reason.
My God.
Don't touch
Look,
me.
Meagan.
sex is a thing, all right?
Oh, it's
How do you think
me.
Eric, whatever, got born?
Oh,
His name is Eric Tony.
Eric Rigatoni.
Eric Tony from
Eric Rigatoni.
Meagan, what's your pick?
I mean, Athena was what I put in, so,
Yep.
Look, you know the sex is going to be fucking insane, because she's insane.
Yeah.
And you gotta bring out the like hotness to crazy scale, and she is like all the way up in the corner, you know, like damn.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some shit happening, and I'm down.
Yes.
I may not survive, but I'm going in.
You will.
Brandon, what's your pick?
Look, here's how I have to resolve this. Cloud of Darkness Eden was my pick, and I'm picking her for two reasons. Number one, in the Dissidia game, she's voiced by Laura Bailey, and yes.
Oh.
And number two, I figure Athena's probably going to like keep me alive and make my life miserable for a while. The Cloud of Darkness will probably just kill me afterwards, so I'll suffer less. Cloud of Darkness.
Yeah, but Athena's got a great theme song, so you get to go out to EDM.
Oh, yeah.
God. I'm out.
Ward, which one's gonna make it, you think?
Oh, it's definitely got to be Athena. I
There you
think
go.
Athena also got like Cloud of Darkness is giant, but like Athena is like the giant woman, the ancient one.
Yeah, do we get to be regular people size and Athena is ancient size? Because that
You just
double.
walk in.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes,
Sorry for the backwards pedaling.
it's okay.
I am looking at Eden's Promise, Cloud of Darkness, and this is
Yep.
close up of her gorgeous, striking features of her face.
Yep.
Can I just point out she has a heart on her forehead? So
Yes.
she has a heart on, which means somebody bopped her with the mushroom tip.
Girl!
Wow.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I
For
don't
once,
have words.
for once, I would like to say thank you for coming and giving not the most degenerate. Well, I am no longer.
Amazing,
Don't
Meagan.
get the most degenerate.
Moving the crown, moving the crown
Yeah.
off your head.
Uh,
Oh my god.
I humbly bow.
all right. Sorry, Brandon. I was going to pick Athena as well. So
Oh.
Athena is going up against someone who I know was a high pick by at least two people. And that is the final boss of the Raid series for the Arcadian. And that is none other than Wicked Thunder herself.
I don't even see how that's a hear me out. Like,
I would feel it's
strictly
a
monster form.
it's
Well,
a
that's
hear
Wicked
me
Thunder,
out.
yeah.
Okay,
Different
if
name.
you're not us, it's a hear me out. I feel like it's
Don't you
like
put
I
me
think
in
it.
with you degenerates.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. This is not Eutropy. This is Wicked Thunder. We're talking about Wicked.
yeah, we're not talking about Utro. We're talking about Wicked Thunder Thighs Thunder.
Mm.
Okay. So is anyone undecisive or indifferent? Any hands? Anyone? I am not seeing them, which I did not actually expect. I thought one person was going to be indecisive.
Really?
Who?
All
all right.
must know. Who?
Who I thought was going to be indecisive? You, actually.
You don't know me well enough, sir.
All right. Lisa, Wicked Thunder or Athena?
Crush me with your thighs, pony play, and you own a big gun?
Normal, vanilla shit.
Wicked Thunder.
Grab
all the
my
way.
genetics, mommy.
Oh my God.
Gimme.
Meagan, what's your pick?
Obviously, Athena. I will be destroyed by a giant butterfly while her EDM music blasts in my ears. Honestly, have you heard the song Scream? Like, that's her theme song. Jesus Christ. I'm going to be
Does go pretty
screaming
hard.
straight to hell.
It does go pretty hard.
I just feel like Wicked Thunder is just like, is a hot furry lady. Yeah, that's just so vanilla to me.
Brandon, what's your pick?
Wicked Thunder.
Why?
Ugh.
No,
Cowards.
no additional comments. Just
Wicked Thunder would give you aftercare, and that's so normal.
if only for the
It would,
chance that I get to kiss
absolutely.
Eutrope later. Wicked Thunder.
Ward, what's your pick?
Electrope has many.
Oh my god!
Oh man, how could I not? How could I not? Oh man,
It's the one because I too.
how do you not go for the '80s power ballad?
Because nobody fucks
Amazing.
to an 80s power ballad.
Wait, what?
Excuse you.
Excuse you.
Don't you speak for me.
You take that. Meagan.
I am 41 years old. You don't know my life.
Meagan, considering how often Brandon feels alone in this thing, you can handle being alone for one of these.
I mean, if it's gonna be any division, it's gonna be the Hear Me Out division. I should have known.
All right. Wicked Thunder moves on, defeating Athena. The other half of the Hear Me Out division, I'm not sure how this is going to go, and maybe it's more obvious than I realize. So, on one side, we have Lakshmi, the primal from Stormblood. Very, very seductive, very enticing. She wants to bring everyone into her bosom. All
Rest
of
your
it.
weary head in my bosom.
Yeah. On the other side, we have my guaranteed pick, and it's Kryle.
The only
Well,
reason
that's
she's Hear Me Out is because she's a Lalafell.
Yeah,
Man.
that's
Yes,
what I would ask.
that is why she is a Hear Me Out, because she's a Lalafell. I felt that I had to put her in this division. I want to explain some things here.
She's the
Do
original
you-
Hear Me Out.
do-
Okay, I mean this is the third time.
This is my Hear Me Out on this. Okay, as far as crowd goes, if I would take a Fantasia for Kryle, not because I think Kryle is hot, but because I think Kryle is one of the most supportive, one of the most empathic, and just one of the most devoted characters in the whole fucking story. And
in Chronicle.
I mean, yes, she could have been put in Chronicle, but I felt that the whole Lalafell thing made her more.
I feel like we're not understanding the premise of Hear Me Out.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this. I agree with Meagan on this. I know everyone makes, crap about, if you're attracted to Lalafells, you're you are what you are. I don't feel like saying the word. Lalafells are not children. I have 2 of them. None of them look like Lalafells.
True.
They're just different shaped people.
You're just attracted to a little potato person with a squeezy face.
So
their personality has to be great because there's nothing else.
Hey.
Oh,
Well, so
They're very cute. They're not sexy. All right.
Okay.
You can be attracted to a personality. You can be.
Kryle is best
Stormblood
cinnamon
Tatru.
roll.
You're telling me that Stormblood Tatru
Okay.
did not have.
It was. She could. All right.
are you
But-
She
talking
wore a good
about?
dress.
I was leaning to the microphone and say would. All right. Fine. And
All
my
right,
little meat
so-
outfit. Oh my god.
So now that since we have the picks, is there anyone undecisive or indifferent? I'm going to guess no. Okay. I think people obviously know where I'm going. I feel like I'm going to get 4-1 here, but maybe I'll get surprised. Brandon, what's your pick?
Lakshmi was my number 2 pick for the simple reason of this world is a goddamn shit show, and going into her realm of eternal bliss is starting to sound more and more like a viable option. And I'm going to stick with her on the basis of I don't think Kryle technically qualifies as Hear Me Out.
Oh,
That
I think
is
Kryle
your decision to make.
Totally valid.
All right, Meagan, what's your pick?
All right. As a certified boob enjoyer, she's literally almost like 60% boob. Like I don't think she has a lower body.
Yes.
And I'm ready to rest my weary head in that bosom, for my head is very weary. Also, she just has an incredible theme song that I love singing along to.
Sure.
And one of the best emotes in the game.
Yeah,
And
There is also that.
Yes.
I gotta go for Lakshmi. I'm ready.
it's
Bliss
fine.
me, mama.
Ward, what's your pick?
It's gotta be Cryle. I feel like every time I bring up Cryle and like
He's
the
not a
previous
human.
Waifu Wars,
Oh,
every time I bring up Cryle in the previous Waifu Wars, I always have to caveat with like, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Like I understand everyone's here. They've got the like the full package, and like I understand Cryle is a small package, but you got to hear me out. It's got
Cryle. If Cryle had been in Chronicles, she would have gotten my vote. Honestly, like we got to go by. If I'm going by just waifu material, Cryle will win. But this is the hear me out division, and like
Okay. All right. We are 2-2. Lisa, you once again have the power.
I can't even explain the amount of butterflies in my stomach. I love this game. Okay.
No. We're not talking about butterflies. Athena was the last matchup.
True.
No, her name is not Athena. It is Eric Tony's mother.
Oh, it's not.
I'm just going to read my notes off of both of these, and you can tell me who I'm picking.
Okay.
We have Lakshmi, the goddess of beauty, the lady of bliss, the fertility goddess. Does that equal endless libido? Will I rest my weary soul in her bosom? She's a mean liar. She's a dirty crook. Cryle, sharp as a tack, artistic talent, great tenacity, unwavering friendship and support, great hair, and a wonderful companion. Who am I picking?
it's the hear me out division.
It's Cryle.
Oh.
Predestined on my document. I did not change anything.
I have to admit I am definitely seeing surprises in this tournament. I am pleased. All right. That said, man, Cryle versus Wicked Thunder is gonna be hard. Anyway.
Is that a pun?
Anyway. Moving on to the Glamour division, the winner of the Glamour division will end up going against the winner of the Hear Me Out division.
Oh God!
First off, God damn it.
First off, we have Yana, who in the ring is known as Black Cat.
So it's the cat girl version of Black Cat, not the big mommy cat.
Correct. Specifically the Mikote version of Black Cat. Yes. Against Shale, and here's the funny thing about.
Tell me you don't know who she is.
No. Here's the funny thing about Shale.
Mm-hmm.
My AI didn't know who Shale was. I had to give my AI a picture of Shale so that they knew who Shale was. The AI thought that Shale was referring to the character Shale, who's a golem in Dragon Age. So Shale is a member of the Oblivion group, if I am not mistaken. Brandon, Shale is your pick. Do you want to say a little more about Shale?
Look, Shale, honestly, the first time I encountered her was a massive surprise to me because I don't know why I find her so goddamn beautiful. She's an Elysian and she has shorter hair, which are not typically two things I tend towards in, things I generally find attractive. And yet, something about her, just her appearance, maybe just her mannerisms, I don't know what it is, but I'm all in on you. Whatever you need, I've got your back. If you're having a crappy day, I will be there to console you. And then they gave her voice lines in patch 7.1. Oh my God, her voice is so beautiful. So yeah, Shale she's one of many just random, seemingly inconsequential NPCs in this expansion that I'm just like, oh, you're gorgeous. Yes, I love you. Yes, please. And she is probably top of that list. So I had to put her in, and she's actually my guaranteed pick. Like I said, I can't really explain why I am so fond of this character, but I am.
Counterpoint. Right. Tan tummy. Big sister energy. Tomboy. Pink and blue hair. And the most gorgeous eyes in the entire game. Yana, all the way. I'm sorry. Oh. If it's pure aesthetics, neither of these characters have very much to do. I'd say Yana is a bit of a better character because we actually get to see her she has both a big and little sister complex.
I feel like this definitely comes down to just aesthetics as to who do you think is more attractive.
She has such a cool aesthetic, and she's also
this is the glamour division. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, her color scheme and her outfit and just like her general demeanor. Oh my god.
She comes
Like-
off as bratty little sister to me, and I'm not there for that.
She's a tomboy, bratty little sister, sir. I'm sorry that, but she's also a big sister to a little sister.
Yes.
So
That is
she will
also
like
true.
she will bully you softly, but also take care of you when it counts.
Okay.
And like,
All right.
oh my god,
All I can say
Is that-
is I did not have the same feelings about Yana when we finally meet her, not in Black Cat version, that I did when I looked at, say, someone like Shale or Kakuya or any of the other random bun girls that are hanging around Solution 9.
Mhm.
Why are
I'm
there
sorry that
gorgeous
she
bun girls
just-
at Solution 9?
I'm sorry she does not hit your specific kinks, but she actually has unique hair and eyes. And she's not just some
Okay.
random character
Unique
generator. that
does
we
not
make.
automatically mean good. Just want to
They
point that
are
out.
good, Phil. They're gorgeous.
Okay.
Look at those eyes.
All right. Can mom and dad stop yelling? Um,
What if we go to Rule 34?
Oh no,
And
no,
we-
hold
No,
on,
no,
hold on, hold on.
Character
No,
hat.
no, no.
We're not going to look at any images.
Oh,
We're just going to look at search
okay.
results. Okay?
That's a
We're gonna
lie.
is anyone undecided or indifferent about this? Any hands from anyone? No. Okay. I think we know where Meagan and Brandon stand on this. So let's
Yep.
check with Ward here.
I will say that like Shale is up there of like the top 5 or maybe even like top 3 for like beautiful Ellison ladies. I'm like, she is up there. But Yana is also really up there, and there is a lot of competition. There is a lot of competition for beautiful Mikote. And I'm like, she is like 3, 2? She is way up there. So it's gotta be Yana. I mean, like I don't know how many other Final Fantasy characters can like pull the multi-belt look. Yana pulls the multi-belt.
You don't get to put her in freaking uncanon shit and say that makes her hot, Brandon.
I can
He's
do
just-
what I want. Thank you
he's-
very much.
Okay. I
Pictures of her, girl.
so
That's
I'm simply going to say, Lisa,
Yeah.
you don't need to give me your pick and make the decision because the decision's already made. Because I
No.
also voted Yana.
No.
Yeah.
No. I expected
You-
better from you.
I'm sorry.
Because Shale
Thank
is
you.
breathtaking.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. I have a similar sentiment with Ward. Shale's definitely up there. I just find Yana more attractive.
I'm just going to tell you 3 this. Have fun picking the hair out of your teeth.
I will, girl.
oh god.
All right. So we have Yana moving on, and then our last matchup of the first round in the Glamour division, we have Merlwib against Nafika. And
A battle of tracts of land.
before I go any further, I have to ask anyone here who's siding with Nafika, did you just choose her for her tits?
Nope.
I
They're
mean,
both titty pics. Oh my god.
It's
Also,
just a matter of tits. This comes down to a tie.
I picked both of these, so as a
All right.
certified tit enjoyer, I am torn.
Okay, so any undecided, indifferent people, raise your hands. Will we see any raised hands on this? We have people locked in for this one as well. Okay, Meagan, let's give you the hard choice. Who are you going with?
Oh fuck. I kind of have to go with Moab just because her style is unique and I'm more of a muscle enjoyer. If we're purely going on
You've
aesthetics.
seen that scythe? Nafika's got muscles.
Okay,
There's
look.
that.
Nafika is stunning. I mean, obviously she's a fucking goddess, so she better be. And I don't fuck. Okay, I should. You know what? No, I'm indifferent. I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
then-
I have to back off. Nafika's
yeah.
tits are literally a swear.
Okay. Okay.
I thought that was
Okay.
Malone.
Then that's fine. Okay. The rest of us, since everyone else said they are locked in, you don't need to go ahead and talk forever about this because if we do have a tie, then we can go to the debate. So I just want quick fire answers. Lisa, who are you for?
Redhead, fatty fun bags, and nature.
Okay. Ward, who are you for?
I'm sorry, it's not Admiral's teats. It's Matron's teats.
Okay, so 2 for Nafka. Brandon, are you making it 3?
Yes, I am. I love a redhead. I can't help it.
Okay. I was actually going Nafka too. So 4 and an undecided. I think we can win Meagan over to Nafka without too much trouble.
I'm just
All right.
Full package.
too much shit. I can't. My brain short circuit.
All right. With that said, let's quickly move into the division finals here for each division here. We're gonna start. You know what? Let's just turn it right back around and take care of the glamour division right now. Yana versus Nafika. Is anyone undecided on this? If so, raise your hands. Okay, Meagan, you're undecided?
Yeah.
Okay, Ward, are you locked in?
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, we're going to go rapid fire here first and then see if we have to debate. Brandon, who are you in for?
Call it revenge for my number 1 pick losing. Call it just, I love a redhead with nice big fun bags. It's Nafika.
Lisa.
That side boob of Nafika and that back.
All right, I see you in the battle of tits versus tummy. The tits are clearly coming out on top.
Of course.
As they do.
Here's the thing. You got me at red hair. I can't.
Yeah.
If I have to choose between Catgirl and red hair, and I can't have both, I have to go with red hair. So it's Nafika.
Ro, I'm curious about something. Who was your redhead awakening?
I'll tell you.
It's the same as mine.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends, Firestar.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Good pick. Mine was Jean Grey. Okay.
Mine was
There you
Scully, bitches. Get some culture.
Oh, wow.
I grew up on Marvel Comics, okay? There's a
If
reason
you
Psylocke
Did
was my
not
wife
watch
pick last year.
X-Files. If you watched X-Files and did not fall in love with Gillian Anderson, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I couldn't watch X-Files. It was one of those shows forbidden in my house.
Oh my god, oh no. Go watch it now. It's still good.
Yes,
I
it
know.
is actually. It does hold up. It holds up really well.
The cheese, it is cheesy now, but that's just like, that's what makes it good.
Uh-huh.
Like the cheese,
All
like
right.
part of the genre.
It ages like a fine cheese. Yes.
I should have put Scully in my fucking wild card. Goddamn. My original.
Speaking of wild card, let's fucking do it. Karlak versus Freeren. Anyone who's indecisive or indifferent or undecided, raise your hands now.
I can't pick.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm pretty much decided on this. It's pretty easy for me, so I'm just gonna say Karlak. Brandon.
As much as I talked up Freeren's voice and it deserved every bit of it, she's not Karlak. Karlak wins.
Ward.
I'm sorry. Did you actually see the clip of Freeren blowing a kiss? Because if you did not see the clip of Freeren blowing a kiss and showing like her seduction technique,
Yeah.
amazing. It's got to be Freeren.
Lisa.
Thank you, Ward. I thought I was about to lose to some fiery-headed, annoying tiefling named Karlak. I'm Freeren.
You did not just call her annoying.
Okay.
I surely did.
I find this interesting that since close it is, so I'm going to let Brandon. I feel like Brandon's the more passionate Karlak supporter here. So Brandon, you have a minute. Take it away.
Look, Karlak is literally the perfect package. She's muscular. She's a golden retriever, despite all the trauma she's endured. She's very, very pent up and frankly, poised to take advantage of that with you. And lastly, honestly, for everything you've done for her, she'll do pretty much anything for you. She's there. I can't think of a literal more perfect waifu than Karlak.
All right, Lisa or Ward, one of you gets a minute. Which one of you wants to take the stand?
Ward
I'll
knows
give it
Freeren
for
better
Lisa.
than I do. No, go
Where
Ward.
you've
I don't
seen
know
the
crap.
show. Come on.
Oh man. And that's the thing, is like it is the character development over time is like seeing how she warms up and like gets to understand and like connect with her emotions, finding those moments that she missed from earlier in her life, realizing that she has those moments again, that she can actually replay those opportunities and like actually connect with those people. And the fact that like she understands just enough to give somebody a like clothes dissolving potion as like the perfect gift.
For her boyfriend.
Oh my god,
so-
amazing.
Yeah. Oh my, well, also Freerin and Fern are just so funny together.
Mhm.
Freerin is, okay, I changed my mind. I would go for Freerin.
Whoop. There you go.
There we
It's
go.
in.
Look, I love
All
my
right.
Nick, but if you
Bye-bye,
give Freerin,
Karlak.
you live forever because she'll remember you for 1,000 years.
I want you all to imagine sad Karlak crying in her head because that's what you've done.
Brandon, in every game I've played except what, one? Karlak doesn't have a head.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, you are like I forgot about this.
Okay.
I'm so smirking right now. Oh.
One of
Why?
you hates Karlak and the other one hates Asterion, and I'm just over here with my harem. I don't
Why
understand.
the fuck did I invite you onto this episode? Why the actual fuck did I invite such an absolute fucking monster onto this show?
You knew. You knew.
No,
where
I
was.
did not remember this. You actual
It's a-
monster.
You've had a tough week, 4 months. It's
All right, let's move on. Breathe, take a breath. We will move on. Let's go to another tough one here. They're all tough at this point, but Ysayle, who embodies one set of very waifu personalities, and then on the other side you have, in many ways, the opposite, but almost just as strong, Dulia Chai. Anyone undecided on this one? Brandon, Lisa are both undecided. So that would mean that Meagan and Ward and I would all have to be locked in on the same one. Ward, who are you picking?
I mean, we do stand a dragon fucker in this house. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Meagan, who are you picking?
I mean, yeah, this is the Dragon Fucker house.
Yeah. Man, Dulia Chai is a great pick, but Ysayle was also my number one. So, Brandon, Lisa, if you're both undecided, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
I will say, Brandon,
Sales
it was
opinion.
nice to unite with you at least in something today.
When we get to the Hear Me Out Husbandos, and I've got Vritra as my like lock-in pick.
Oh, come on, like we all haven't seen that.
Dragon
All
Fucker
right.
solidarity. All right.
Ysayle takes the Chronicle division. That leaves the Hear Me Out division. Again, two very, at least in a visual aspect, two very opposite characters. You have Wicked Thunder, Thunder Thighs. You have Kryle, and I'm going to ask the question: is anyone undecided? And my hand is highly raised in the sky. It's so hard for me to choose here. So, is anyone else undecided?
No.
Okay. Well, then it may be up to you four to decide the fate here. Meagan, who are you going for?
Since Hear Me Out clearly means nothing to you people, I'm just going to go with the one that I like the most, and that's obviously Kryle. Wicked Thunder,
Wow.
definitely hotter. Who would I rather have sex with? Wicked Thunder. But this is not who I would rather have a one-night stand with. This is who I would rather waifu. And that is Kryle.
Mhm.
Kryle for
Okay.
life.
Oh my god! Did you just say Kryle for Laifu?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kryle, my waifu for life.
yeah.
You'll like keep me organized and on task and like bring me hot chocolate when I'm drawing all night. Oh my god. Kryle.
Brandon.
If I wanted to die and go out with a bang, Wicked Thunder.
Who you got, Brandon?
What is it you people who often talk about Hear Me Out picks have to say? I can fix her?
We
Whoa.
don't even know the story yet.
Good enough for me.
Oh boy.
So, Wicked Thunder for you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Lisa.
I need that friendship and support. Give me some Kryle waifu material.
Yeah.
All right. Ward?
Lions crawl all the way, baby.
Oh my
She's-
god!
I
She's gotta make it.
She's got to make a stand of one of these rounds.
I can accept it. I mean, I will
I
dream about
honestly-
Wicked Thunder. I can dream about Wicked Thunder, but I am fine as saying goodnight to Cryle.
I feel like
Uh,
Cryle is more Hear Me Out than Wicked Thunder is. Like,
Mm.
people look at Wicked Thunder and they're like, a giant sexy furry. Yeah, I can see why
Yeah.
you'd be into that. And then
Like-
you're like, I want to be with this small potato person.
And then
are
people
like,
put you on the list.
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, that brings us to basically our final four, and at this point, division qualifications and rules mean nothing. This is just about waifu in whatever way you find a waifu to be a waifu. So just whoever resonates the strongest with you, who would you give your devotion to the most? First up, we have Chronicle versus Wildcard. That means we have Ysael versus Free Red.
Ooh. Oh, no, two white-haired elves. Look,
Suffer
little
as
smaller
I have
toe.
suffered.
The Battle of the Elves. Any undecideds in this one?
Oh,
Fuck.
that unfortunately is me.
These are like two of my number one. Fuck.
I see your hand, Ward.
Okay, so Ward's
You know
hand
what? I
is
think
raised.
we're
Meagan?
undecided in this house. At least I am.
Okay, so we have two undecideds. Brandon, Lisa, and I are locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, who's your pick?
Freerin. That voice is gorgeous, and this is revenge for the losses in the Chronicle division. It's Freerin.
Wow.
Lisa, who's your pick?
Free run because I'm emotionally needy right now, and that sweet, sweet little memory maker.
No, it's true. Ysael is not very good at giving emotional support.
That's and you know what? When I think about this, at the end of the day, who's more waifu to me between these two? Yeah, I may have chosen Ysael in that division for a lot of reasons, but if I'm like, okay, you can only have one of these two with you for the rest of your life, I mean, it's got to be Free Red. Absolutely, there's
You know
no
what?
contest.
Do you know why Ysael's not very good at giving emotional support?
Why?
Oh,
Because she dead.
oh,
Wow.
I was expecting some.
I thought you were going to say use some sort of cold pun, but okay.
No, I'm just mad at her at this point.
She's
No.
literally ice heart you.
All right.
Also,
Well,
she'll never love you as much as she loves the dragon.
True.
Well,
But we can bond over the fact that the dragons won't love us.
all right. Free Ren, the wild card moves on. And next we have, again, a tale of two very different characters. We have Glamour versus Hear Me Out. Representing Glamour, we have Nafika. And then in Hear Me Out, we have Cryle. And I am very locked into this one. I could not be more locked in. Is anyone undecided?
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard, but I have to lock in because we're talking about the full waifu package.
Okay, I'm
Sure.
just undecided.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, Brandon, Lisa, you in?
I'm in.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Cryle, absolutely. Ward.
Yeah, it's got to be Cryle. I mean, if we're going just by like looks and like appeal alone, it could easily be Nafika. But
Sure.
we're talking about like the actual waifu who's going to be there with you, like through thick and thin, and is like,
Yep.
is really there with you in the moment. Yeah, that's not the timeless. That's not the timeless goddess. That's the scion who's always with you.
Yep. Brandon.
Give me my goddess of the harvest and all those delicious meals she can make. It's Nafika.
All right. Lisa, does this go to a tie?
It does not because I really, really want Cryle. Like, I was not expecting this to become such a serious, deep philosophical like thing, but yeah, give me that emotional support, Papoda.
Yeah. All right. And Meagan, if you've made a decision, that's fine. But
Look, each of Nafika's tits is like the size of Cryle. If Nafika was not like the motherly, hearthly, like, I will tend your home and take care of you goddess, it would be a lot harder. But I probably in the end I'm gonna go with Cryle just because, I know her better and she is best girl in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
I would cry. I would watch stuff get go and I would cry. I'd be like, can I get one hug before you go? Be one of those anime convention guys.
Well, that brings us to the finals, the grand championship. The Waifu Wars has had many casualties, many surprises, many twists and turns. At the end of the day, we have a wild card champion going up against a hear me out choice that was only in because she was a guaranteed locked in pit. Otherwise, she would not have made it on points. So that said, we have Freeren on one side and we have Kryle on the other. Is there anyone who is undecided?
Oh, this is
Brandon is undecided. Lisa's undecided. Meagan and Ward, you're both good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I need some guidance.
Okay. Meagan, who are you picking?
I want to go with Kryle, which might be surprising because Freeren was actually my wild card pick, and I love her, and I do think that she would be a good waifu and everything. But I don't know. Kryle would be, I think, a little less absent-minded, a little more willing to help and support me. And while Freeren is on her journey, she can still be a little distant, and she still has a lot of trouble figuring out human timelines. And she'll be like, yeah, we're just going to spend 5 years in this town picking flowers. That's not a problem, is it? I would be like, yeah, Freeren, it is a problem. But Kryle will be along with me for all my adventures, and we can draw titties together.
Oh my god.
All right. So we have the picked answer for Meagan. Now, point of order, Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Previously on this podcast, just an hour ago, you had made a pick of Natsuko.
Yeah,
who was essentially a pictomancer. You had made a pick of Dulia Chai, who is a very waifu cat girl.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I know where this is going, but are you going to surprise me?
No, it's not going to be a surprise because it's like I was there. I mean, replaying the Abron Reborn, I completely forgot that we had introduced to her earlier. But spending all the time with her on the Isle of Val, or Eureka, as it is known now, it's really getting to know her then, and knowing her interests, and seeing how invested she was about her family, her friends, and then getting to spend years in time with her along those stories. It's
we have a standee of one of these characters, but it is not Freeren.
Yes, that's true.
I'm going to say the same thing I said the last time you used that comparison. Does a Freeren standee actually exist?
Yeah,
I'm sure it does.
Absolutely.
I've been close to buying Freeren figurines. I have been close. I haven't actually pulled the trigger though.
I have a question. If you have a Kryle standee, and I know there's this great big body pillow thing that's going on around. If they made a Kryle body pillow, would she be proportionate and only take up the bottom third of the body pillow?
No, they
scale her up?
It would just be a regular sized pillow.
Oh my god. Why didn't I think of that? What a waste of material.
Because I keep a normal pillow between my thighs when I sleep. Oh god.
Oh.
Put me on the list. I just
That's why
she doesn't hear me out.
Yeah.
And this is why I put Kryle and Hear Me Out. I mean, before I make, you know where I'm going. She was my guaranteed pick, right? So of course it's Kryle. I watched one episode of Freeren. I do think I will watch more than one. I think Freeren's a great character, but I just have so many more feelings and just more time and information knowing about Kryle that it's absolutely Kryle.
Something to be said for an interactive medium for building bonds with characters. She really feels more like a friend rather than this character that I watched do things.
Yeah. Brandon, Lisa, do either of you have any thoughts you want to add before we just call it done?
I'm
I got
satisfied
nothing.
with this outcome. Sorry, Brandon, talking over.
That's okay. I don't really have anything else to add. It doesn't seem like it would make much of a difference. But yeah,
Okay.
I literally don't know what else to say.
It's fine.
It's like I don't really know how to make a pick between these two, and I don't know that I am any closer to making a decision. So I will accept the decision of the rest of the panel.
Yeah.
All right. Lisa.
I would have been happy with either winning. So this is,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'd say you guys
All right.
definitely need to go watch Free Run.
Yes.
And I would say it is one of those that they call like a healing anime.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a rough place, it's a good one to watch.
I added it
is
to
a
my.
journey. It is a journey you go through.
Mhm.
They have the subtitled version on Netflix. I added it to my queue after my research this morning.
I would say sub, man. I guess the dub was only on Crunchyroll, huh?
I will
It's
not.
so good.
I will not
It's so funny because all the
it's
characters
still
have
good.
German names, so it kind of it makes. I guess it doesn't make sense in either language, but to me, I'm like, I'll watch Free Run, not Furiren.
Oh my god.
I will say I'm absolutely surprised that the guaranteed pick I locked in was going to make it all the way. This thing is not fixed. I totally thought that going into this, my Chat GPT AI picked Karlak, which I thought
It's
like she has
probably
a
going-
sure.
It's probably going off of the Rule 34 results,
Oh,
and that's not what we're here for, guys.
But
Is it
going
clear?
into this, I thought that it was going to be either Free Ren or Ysail. I thought it was going to be one or the other. And the fact that Free Ren and Ysail made it to the final four, it pretty much tracks out. I did not expect Kryle to make it past the first round. So color me surprised, but I am all for it. Congratulations, Kryle Baldesian. You are the winner of the 2025 Waifu Wars.
third time's a charm.
It goes to show that we are more romantic than we are degenerate, except we're still a little degenerate because it's still all of them.
Was that a
Like
pun?
I said, a
Little.
little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah.
A little degeneracy for a treat.
All right. This is, of course, a little bit of a longer episode than usual, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up right now. Thank you, Ward, Lisa, and of course, Brandon, Meagan. Thank you all for being a part of this. And our second half of this is going to be in just a couple of weeks, where the husbandos take the stage, and oh boy, am I looking forward to Vritra's matchups.
Oh boy.
He's my guaranteed guy, man. You
He's-
guys are gonna see the light, the horny light, because he has a horn. Goddamn.
All right. Meagan, where can folks find you between now and then on the interwebs?
Mostly on Blue Sky, which is also everywhere I am. It's at Catmom Meagan. I haven't been very active online because right now I'm working on a contest entry. This time for Webtoon. So if I win that is going to be extremely fucking cool. But even if I don't win, I will end up posting it on Webtoon. But I will post updates about that on. It's at Catmom Meagan. It's all one word, MEAGAN. I am not on the Twitter anymore, like at all. Don't
Yes.
bother. The Blue Sky, baby. You can come. You can see pictures of Butterscotch and Bonbon being silly,
Mhm.
and occasionally I will put art there. But that's
You'll
much
usually hear me
appreciated.
in the background yelling at Bon Bon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ward, people can pretty much find you through Meagan, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking some classes right now, so I'm less on social media than even normal, which is
Which is like not really.
Brandon, how about you?
Best place is Blue Sky. I'm the BMAT, THEBMATT. You can also catch my what has basically become mostly D&D writings on yourquestlogisfull.wordpress.com. Had a post go up today talking about the changes to the 2024 Artificer as they've been going through the Unearthed Arcana process. Go give it a read if that's your jam. If not, cool. You can also catch me on the Live Play Podcast Plus 5 to Hit, where we're in the middle of a fun little mini adventure before we go back to our main campaign and have no idea what the heck's going to happen because lots of things is changing.
Yes, indeed. Looking forward to all of that mini adventure and the future of Plus 5 beyond that as well. For many interesting reasons, which will become relevant in some time on the show. Lisa, what about you? Is there a social media presence you want to put out there, or
I don't do much, but if you want to stalk me, I'm on Blue Sky. It's at ZimZim, ZIM, and whatever the rest of the Blue Sky thing is.
All right. As for myself, you can contact me through the Podcast Reborn Blue Sky, which is at a Podcast Reborn over at Blue Sky. You can also email us at apodcastreborn@gmail.com. And that's pretty much the best way to get a hold of me. Of course, as always, the music for the show normally would be by Husky by the Geek, but that was probably just 5 or 6 seconds. I'll still include a link to his YouTube channel. However, the music you heard this time was mostly Final Fantasy XIV music, which should make me remind you folks that any Final Fantasy XIV music you hear on this podcast or any derivatives of it does belong to Square Enix, and no copyright infringement is intended. That's going to do it for the Waifu Wars 2025. The Husbando Hullabaloo, I can't think of a better name for it, is a couple of weeks away. And I look forward to all the madness that brings. You will catch all 5 of us back in a couple of weeks. Until then, for Meagan, for Brandon, for Lisa, for Ward, and of course for Butterscotch and Bonbon, this is Brian Black. Until next time, may your loot rolls be high, your glamour fantastic, and your duties always complete. Brandon.
I've been saving this one for this episode. Why do people who frequently do hunt trains have no luck in relationships?
Because they ran a train on someone?
Because they're always chasing those red flags.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Well done. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.